morning. Welcome to Mare in the Heaven World. I have a special friend here today. You might know him already. He knocks on the door of your heart. This is Jesus. Or as they say, Jesus, Jésus. And Jesus is a very special friend. As you can see, he says, I love you. Jesus has a very special message to tell you today. He wants to talk to you about his friends in heaven, who are called the Ascended Masters. Jesus went up into heaven. He ascended into heaven. And we read about it in the Bible, but he's not the only one. Jesus has many friends from all of the world's religions and times, even far, far, far back before our history books record. Jesus loves all of his friends in heaven, and he wants you to get to know them and love them too. Some people call them saints, and they are saintly, because to get to heaven you have to be saintly, meaning you have to do good works, be a good person, have a heart of love, and invite Jesus in. This is my Bhikkhu. Bhikkhu, come here. Come say hello. Say hello. And he loves Jesus too. Say hello. Say hello. Yes. Yes. Because Jesus loves the little children and Jesus loves the little puppies. So, now that you know where the noise is coming from, let's get on with our story. Once upon a time in the Bible it says, Jesus took his friends, his disciples, to a high mountain called the Mount of Transfiguration. And they went up to the top of the mountain, and all of a sudden appeared before them Moses and Elijah, who were in heaven. So the heavens opened up, and Jesus and his disciples saw these two ascended masters. We also read in the Bible about Elijah, who had been taken up in a chariot of fire, and Enoch, who walked with God, and then God took him. And there are other instances that talk to us about how some of the very saintly people of the earth went up to heaven and made their ascension, like Jesus' mother, his mommy, Mother Mary, and people in more recent times that you can read about in wonderful books like The Magic Presence and Unveiled Mysteries. People who went up to heaven. Some didn't even have to go through the change called death, though a lot do before they make their ascension. And so when people ask you who the ascended masters are, you can say they are Jesus's friends, right? Jesus loves the little children, all the children of the world, red and yellow, black and white, they are precious in his heart. Jesus loves the little children of the world. We have Buddha, we have Mother Mary, we have Kuan Yin, we have Saint Germain, we have so many others. Some are called Elohim, some are called gods and goddesses, some are called angels and archangels like Archangel Michael. Heaven is a very peopled place. And yet, a lot of people sadly believe that they may not be able to get in. And Jesus said, if you believe in me and you do good works by following my example, I will prepare a special place for you in heaven. And this even applies for puppies. Do you know that? There was a joke about St. Peter, Jesus' disciple, who some people believe guards the gates of heaven. And a man came to him with his beloved puppy, his dog, and he said, I want my dog to go to heaven. And Peter said, oh, no dogs allowed in heaven. And then the man said, could I talk to St. Francis? Because St. Francis is a very special friend of Jesus who Jesus asked him to rebuild his church. And St. Francis loved the animals. In fact, he even petted the wolves. And the little birds would come and sit on his shoulder and eat from his hands. He had a very special communion with the animals. So, when Peter heard that this man wanted to talk to St. Francis, he knew there was no way this little dog was going to be left out of heaven, because St. Francis, just like Jesus would say, bring him in. So the little puppy went to heaven, and Jesus gave his life and resurrection flame also for the elemental creatures, the beings of the nature kingdom who are trying so hard to be kind and loving and service, just like my little Bhikkhu. Yes. So, these are who the Ascended Masters are. People just like us, who walked the earth and did the best they could, and did better and better and better and better and best, until they could stay with God forever and never have to return in a baby body. And they work in many different levels of the heaven world. In fact, we were told there's 33 levels, going more and more glorious in the glory of God. Some saints said we made it to the 7th heaven. Some went even higher, like Buddha. So, Jesus is in all of the levels of heaven, and he waits for you with a very special place, and most especially a place in his heart. And so no matter where you come from in the world, no matter what religion you were brought up with, just remember that Jesus loves you and has many friends, and they are all one in the Spirit of Christ, and they are all glorious, ascended sons and daughters of God. So that's my story today. God bless you. Say goodbye.